Marvel or DC?
Well, if I had to pick a favorite, I would have to pick Marvel, but I don't think it's fair to have that kind of comparison.
Yeah, like I'm
Like,
not. I think that's also a
well,
really difficult thing. I
well,
with all
Superman was
res
the first, right?
Yeah, I mean that's the thing. DC's
So,
got like decades on
yeah.
Marvel. I'm not saying it was a tremendous jump, you know, maybe not decades, but like you know what I'm saying.
Well,
It's got years.
there's like a level of mythology, you know, like kind of like fucking Bill's point in Kill Bill was like there's a fucking mythology behind Superman, you know. There seems to be like more of a story or like a moral, a legend behind the heroes of the DC universe, whereas I think in Marvel it's more of like a self-made.
Oh
I don't
wow.
know. I
Okay,
don't even
so
know if that's right. If it, well, I mean, yeah, maybe. Like the whole like I've done this myself. You know, it's not like there's like a whole big like Batman. If you want to look at it, is a fucking one percenter who loses his parents in such a traumatic way that he devotes his life to helping others and not killing anyone. So, you know, whereas with Spider-Man, you just have fucking with great power comes great responsibility. You know, I feel like there's more of
wow. Okay.
a story, uh, more of like substantial storytelling background to the origins of the heroes of DC. At least the ones that I'm thinking of. You know, like fucking like even Tony Stark, not digging his background, but like he's the fucking one percenter, another one percenter, but he
Okay.
like he's already really smart, an inventor or businessman, you know. I guess he's not really in like technology development. Let's see, weapons. That's right. Pretty much it.
Okay, so I was wrong about how much of a jump DC has on Marvel. So DC Action Comics #1 was 1938, the first Superman.
That's crazy.
Marvel Comics #1 with the first Human Torch is 1939.
Wow.
So I was assuming there was like a 10-year gap or something, but
Yeah, at least, yeah, that there was just like fucking.
because I
Why would
knew,
there be two comic companies?
yeah, right at the same time, jeez. But
Right? It's like if you want to write comics, just go to that company.
I knew for sure though that DC was there first. DC had the
Yeah,
first,
yeah.
whichever. But
Yeah, but yeah,
it's
still.
interesting. But here's the thing though. DC characters feel more wholesome, but they also feel less like real. Like I know you can relate to Batman. He's like lost his parents, like that kind of story. Like there are people
Yeah,
who can relate to that kind of thing, but I can't relate to like being a billionaire. You know,
yeah,
I can't relate to
yeah,
being like a master assassin or detective
yeah. Or fucking alien.
or an alien. You know what I'm saying? I guess I can get the whole like foster family aspect, or like I could understand like
Yeah, right. But you can't throw a tractor.
yeah, and also like none of the DC characters. far as I know, at least the originals. In the originals, like, none of the fucking DC characters come from places that are real. Smallville and Gotham don't exist. Like, fucking Metropolis doesn't exist.
Let's hope no one
But,
notices.
like, New York exists.
Right.
You know, I mean, most places in, you know, I don't know.
No, I hear you. I totally hear you. And I appreciate that, like, about fucking when they just will commit, just live in a made-up place. This is capped. Oh my god, what is it with these beers?
You have a choice, bro. You could choose not to buy her ticket. I feel sad for this guy. I'm sorry. After she's disappeared, what, more than once with like his money and like not. After more than once. More than once?
Wait,
No,
what?
then you're just stupid at that point. I'm sorry. Like, that's ridiculous. And no one around you is fucking smart either.
No, that's not true. Everyone has been.
No, okay, that's good. No, anybody who says, like, this is a fucking scam, they're smart. No, it's just like, there's this dude who's talking about how he's... Like, he hasn't paid his rent, he hasn't paid his cable, he hasn't paid anything just so that he could send this girl, like, a fucking plane ticket to come here. Because he already sent her a bunch of money that she didn't... for whatever reason, he sent her money instead of a ticket. Tried to justify it. I don't buy his excuse. But either way, like, he's just, like, giving this girl money, and, like, giving her a lot. Like, he made it sound like he was giving her, like, up to 800 bucks a month, right? Huh? He said overall he sent her 40 grand. In, like, 3 years or something. 3 years? Yeah, it was some ridiculously low number, where you're like, whoa. And, like, he doesn't even know it. He's getting played.
She's like, I'm American, I'll hit you.
Whoa. Oh yeah, Corey.
Yes.
I started streaming.
Ah, okay. Noted. Man, they really do have Nebula, like, super strung out, like, stretched out. It's like quite the futuristic workbench. When, yeah, they're interrogating Nebula, I guess. In Infinity War.
Just threatening
Yeah, I
to watch
still.
Hamilton without Kayla. She didn't
I
appreciate that.
introduced you to Hamilton, okay? No.
She must have introduced me.
But yeah, I guess it's fucking streamable now.
Yeah, I saw that. I was super excited about it. Actually,
Are you?
I don't want to see it.
Oh yeah, you
Well,
should. No, I mean, it's good.
am,
You're gonna like
I
it.
do want to see it. It's like, it's frustrating that those things. Basically, I'm just glad that they eventually come to video. Because, like, yes, I love stage performances and stage shows and stuff like that, but like,
Yeah.
I don't go to fucking movies often either.
Yeah. I mean, no one's. You're fine, dude.
No, but that's just what I mean is like, I am really glad that they add that to, you know, like household audiences.
Hold on a second.
Yeah. It's also pretty funny that Thor thinks it's the eye that's making things weird. It contracts, yeah. When it's like dark, he's like, I don't think this thing works. Like, you're still using your other eye. You're not totally blind without that thing. That's funny. I don't know. That's why, like, one of my favorite things about rewatching all these movies is noticing those little details and little lines that they throw in there. Like, I kind of just felt like the real gravity of when the Guardians come upon Thanos grabbing the Reality Stone, and Quill is like forced to shoot Gamora, but he doesn't, or he ends up trying, and he just says like, "I told you to go right," and it's just like that kind of level of helplessness where like he just thought, you know, like maybe it was a hope, maybe it was just a throwaway joke, but like, if you really want to put some weight into that statement, then that means that he was like, oh, man, I could have saved you, we could have done this.
Okay, I'm back. What's up?
Oh, huh. No, I was basically just talking about how loaded a lot of the lines that they use are.
Right.
Like, I love rewatching these movies because uh, they have these little throwaway lines, really, that like you probably don't notice or they just kind of fit. But then when you go back and rewatch something, like you end up getting different layers to that one moment, that they decided to throw like this particular jumble of words together.
Where are you in the movie right now?
It's Peter Dinklage's biggest part, man.
Oh, wow. I'm about to turn it on, too.
Okay. I can pause and sync up if you want.
Yeah.
Yeah. This part's kind of silly to me. Is this comic book accurate? Like, are there legit giant fucking space dwarves that still look like stunted human?
I have
Like
no clue.
ghost
I
dwarves
know,
or something?
as far as I remember from the comics, the Eitri and all them aren't this big. But I also don't know a tremendous amount. I just have seen and read a few things here and there, but I never actually dug deep on Eitri or Nidavellir or any of that.
I don't know, man. To me, I mean, I dig it. He did it well, and it's cool, I guess. But I also feel like it's a little offensive.
Really?
Well, getting fucking Peter Dinklage, like a dwarf, to play a forged dwarf, but a big one. Like, that'd be like getting a really I'm trying to, nah. I can't think of an example, but I really do just feel like that's like 2 or 3 different kinds of wrong, at least. Because if you're gonna make him a giant space dwarf, you can still make him look like what's the one from the Lord of the Rings? You know, you got Legolas and something. Can't remember his name.
Fucking Gimli?
Yes. Good on ya. Yes, Gimli. But like, why? Like that would be the type of fucking dwarf that Atri would be, right? It'd just be a space one.
I have no idea, dude.
Well, no, that's just why I'm saying, like, getting Peter Dinklage to do the part of a dwarf because they were forgers. Like, come on, man. That's like, stop being so literal. Anyways, this scene, love the scene where Guardians meet
What time are you at?
Iron Strange Spider-Man. Hold up. I'll go back to the beginning of this fight. Where the Guardians pop in on,
Yeah, I'm trying to...
He's like, sorry if, like, I don't know what's happened, but, like, sorry if aliens pop out of somebody's chest. I forget the exact line. Okay, I'm at 1:18:30. I'm about to crash the mod ship into Titan. I love knowing this. I know it's basic knowledge, but it's just so much fun to be able to talk. Oh, I just heard your TV do the same thing.
Haha.
So.
Alright, you ready?
Yep, go ahead, count, bruh.
3, 2, One. Pretty cool.
Right? Tight. What, Dad? Tony, you're the one that does that anyways. Pop culture references. Tony's the one that calls Thor the God of Thunder Point Break. Why is the moral?
Why?
Genius line. I can take it. She's right.
Really?
Can't.
Could he take that?
He can't take it. Why does Mantis know?
This movie's
Feeling
so
alright,
fucking
bud?
good.
It really is. Yeah, I know that meme that you sent about like the who was it? It was like Luigi or somebody doing like the Italian kiss kind of thing. Or it was like Infinity War was a better movie, but those last 40 minutes of Endgame, like mwah.
Yeah, just like, it's actually like,
Doing like the chef kiss.
yeah, shit's fucking,
It is, it's so choice. Clutch. How you feeling, Huck? Yeah? You got sneeze? Okay. Yeah, okay. Oh, I got you. Oh, nope. You need to calm down, bud. Nope. 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 Come on. Hi. Oh my god, fucking energy. I hate having a dark. Finally. Finally, Lauren. Lauren. I found a home for everything. You said you're driving. Come down, get on your knees. That's really what they do. I love how like beside himself Tony is. It never was.
it's kind of disappointing that we didn't get to see more of like, there should have been more Black Panther in this movie.
Yeah.
Like Black Panther directly affecting the events of the film. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
And then there also should have been more Captain Marvel in Endgame, just like in general.
Yeah, man. Like, come
Like,
on.
I don't care that she's like the most powerful and could end all this shit like in 5 minutes. Like, I mean, I'm not. Yeah, there's gonna be a million trolls who are like, did she really need all that backup when she was rushing the gauntlet to the van? You know?
Mhm.
And it's like I don't care. I don't. It doesn't bother me. I want it to be big. I want it to be like 10 characters, 15 characters, 20 characters that I love on the screen at the same time. I don't
Right.
care. Like, if,
Well,
there was a
no,
time...
but I feel like they can write that in better. I've seen them
Oh,
write
yeah,
that
yeah,
in
I'm
better.
with you on that. But I'm never
Like
going to
they
be one
like
to say that
the
it just
girl power
shouldn't...
moment. Yeah,
I'm
just to say
never
that it
going to
shouldn't
argue
happen.
that,
No, I
like...
won't say that.
But it's not... maybe I could have used a better example, but... I don't feel like, if let's say Doctor Strange didn't have to hold back that water the whole time
Right.
and just was fighting and shit, I'm never gonna be the one dude who's like, hey, couldn't he have just done this and the whole thing would have been over? Like, I get it.
Mm,
Maybe we'll joke about that, but I don't care if he did that. You know what I'm saying? It almost takes away from shit if he does. Like, for
yeah.
example,
Well, I mean, but that's also why
everybody...
they make those decisions when they write it. Is like there's clearly that like out, where it's like, well, Doctor Strange is a little strong, for this fight, so we need to kind of take him out. Like there needs to be like a pressing important matter for him to be able to.
I understand, like, why they did it. You know, I mean, it's
No,
not...
but that's why I never trip about, like you were saying, you know.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
I
But
never
I
trip
do...
about when they do that. It does kind of suck because you wonder like what if, but like outside of that, like no man, movie's a movie, it's storytelling.
Yeah, I guess.
Well, it's like, uh, it's like how Endgame. Like you kind of would have been boned if Nebula and Rhodey went to go get it. What are they gonna do?
Yeah, there wouldn't be anything to...
They couldn't. Yeah, they couldn't get it. They couldn't. There's nothing they can grab. So it's like no, of the people to go, it has to be these old partners. Clint and Natasha. They have to be the ones to go to the Mind Stone.
They would have had to go
Or the Soul
back
Stone.
to fucking Morag, pick up Black Widow. They would have had to go back to Morag and get Black Widow and Hawkeye. It's the only way. Unless somehow
Well,
fucking...
if they figured that out, if they were
Rhodey...
like, hey, so we kind of figured this is how it works.
Well, that's... What do you mean figured it out? Red Skull was there. He could just be like fucking Nebula, War Machine.
Well, but
He's like, your dad is Tony
of
Stark.
course. Well, but he was like to get the but that's why I use Nebula and Rhodey as an example, is because like they don't love each other. Like wouldn't matter. They didn't bring the thing that they love most to throw off the edge.
I'm saying they would have got there. Red Skull would have been like, you have to sacrifice someone you love. And they would have been like, oh, well, we can't do that. Let's go back to Morag and get Black Widow and Hawkeye. You know what I'm saying? Would have taken longer. But if they all get back at the same time, it really wouldn't have mattered.
Right.
No one's waiting for anything.
Yeah, that was our original argument in the whole, why couldn't they have waited?
Just wait for Captain Marvel?
Another, like week for Captain Marvel.
Yeah, that's,
No pressing matter, you already killed Thanos.
Yeah, no one's
You
threatening.
have enough surviving
No one's threatening
heroes
you.
yeah.
You're fucking. You have no rush.
So
There's no reason.
so
It's like
then
you invent
like
time travel, and the next day you gotta fucking use it. That day, you're like, oh, I finished it. Okay, commencing time travel in 5, 4. I don't know. Like, is there a rush? Was there a rush? Was there any time constraint? The only thing is, all right. Let's talk a little bit about the future. What happens now that the Infinity Stones are destroyed?
I was thinking about that actually. How like Tilda Swinton something
Yeah, the
the
ancient
character.
one.
Yeah, the ancient one. That's her name. She was like, yeah, our timeline is doomed, you know, without the stones. Like, how is it doomed? Actually, oh, that was the thing that I was like, it actually gave me peace thinking about it, because I was like, wait, that's probably what Doctor Strange is going to be about. What Strange 2 is going to be about. Is him dealing with the consequences and repercussions of not having, like, you know, this stuff in your own universe.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Maybe
Well,
he's
what's to stop
maybe he's like going through the multiverse to like find ways
to bring back the stones? Like, 'cause
to
what?
well to yeah
Or
or
at
at
least
least
bring the
fix the
time
balance.
stone back.
Yeah.
Well, 'cause like, what are they protecting now?
Well, that actually makes more sense.
And like, what's to stop?
The
Oh, go ahead.
no the thing that you're afraid of by not having the time stone.
Exactly. Like, what's to
Like
stop
who's
Dormammu from just being
yeah
like, hey,
yeah exactly.
I noticed you
Exactly.
you don't have the time stone over here no more. You're not wearing the Eye of Agamotto anymore.
Yeah, right. I noticed you lost your little medallion there. Is there perhaps something you'd like to say to me before I legitimately kill you?
I
I'm like,
am. I think
sorry
that's.
for your time stone.
I think that's the one I'm the most pumped for. Doctor Strange 2.
That's gonna be dope. Yeah,
Just for
no,
right now.
especially
Just,
yeah.
I mean, like, 'cause I really want. Obviously, I really want to see Black Panther 2, but we really don't have an idea of what that movie's gonna be about.
Right, but that's the Raimi pick, right?
No, no. Well, no. Doctor Strange 2 is a Raimi thing. It's gonna be
Right. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Black Panther 2 is the same guy, Ryan Coogler, same dude who directed Black Panther 1.
Okay.
Dude who directed Creed.
You directed what?
Ryan Coogler, Coogler, I think it is. He's the same guy who directed Creed.
Ah. Okay. So, yeah. Alright, cool. Yeah.
But yeah,
That
Black
Black Panther was
Panther
cool.
1 and 2. Yeah, I like Black Panther. I think that's a pretty legit story. I also appreciate that it doesn't have the weight of like every other fucking movie on it. You know, it's not like it doesn't feel like, oh, I needed to watch Spider-Man to understand this,
Mm.
or I needed to see, or that I even needed to see Civil War to get what was going on in Black Panther.
No, I kinda really hate Wakanda, actually. Like, we've
Whoa.
already been over. Well, we've already been over how I'm on Killmonger's side, essentially. If we were putting that together, I would have been the fucking, like, peaceful version of his Malcolm X. You know what I mean? Where it's like, it's not fucking right that you guys are sitting here with all this technology, like, we need to go out, we need to help our brothers and sisters. But he goes, nah, we're gonna go and take out all the colonists. You know, we're gonna overthrow all these governments and we're gonna take over. You know, he went like militantly violent and aggressive with it. And it's like, I get that's him, So like but I still agree with him. Like I might try to figure out a way to kill him, you know, and take over, and that'd be like the fucking mark on my soul. Because that's what I did for world peace.
Yeah, because Killmonger's pretty crazy.
He is, dude. Well, he was, yeah, no, dude. He's like a fucking kill Whitey kind of guy. That's his whole vibe. And he, you know, he's not wrong, but it's not really right, you know. So like, it's just not something you can. Anybody, it's not really something anybody should really get behind. But that's why I'm like, nah, dude. Wakanda's fucked up. They got force fields. They got force fields over their entire city. Like, why not at least give that fucking to, like, the densest populated areas? You know, you've just eliminated nuclear warfare. If you can't nuke a fucking city,
Yeah. I mean,
you know
that's
what I mean?
valid, you're right.
There's so much that you could do
They,
to
like,
fucking,
do it against everyone's
with
will.
all their crazy
They're
technology.
just like...
Say what?
They just do it against everyone's will. They're like, what are you gonna do? We're Wakanda. We got all...
Yeah, right.
We have all this technology. This is our technology. We
At least, oh my god.
don't even
How
try
crazy,
fucking...
how crazy would it be if, like, Wakanda, they did that? So Wakanda did, like, a fucking, they basically did that kind of force field thing over buildings, and 9/11 never happened because Wakanda did, like, fucking guerrilla style building defense.
Like, so in the Marvel universe.
Well, sure, yeah, no, in any hypothetical universe, you know, basically, like you were saying, they, like, if they just did it anyway. Like, what if they, you know, it was as simple as, like, dropping a backpack in the engineering room, or excuse me, you know, in one of, like, the facilities rooms, and it just, like, projects the force field all over the building. But that's a hypothetical universe that's, like, you know, before 9/11 and all that. What are you looking at, Rocky?
I'm burning!
Okoye. The other reason I don't like fucking Wakanda.
Why?
No, sorry, yeah, I know I didn't explain it.
Huh?
They're just like, they just like fucking, they're the fancy, high class look down on you. Like Okoye just like watched him, just like fucking bull, idiot. I don't know. They just like legit like Wakandans just all seem up their own ass. I'm not saying they don't necessarily have a lot of reason not to be. Just that, like, come on, man. Like, you can be blessed and cool at the same time. Dumb's going the wrong way.
been terrorizing the
The
local
big dude is
wildlife?
Cole Obsidian.
Coal Obsidian.
That's what the internet's telling me.
Very earthly name.
I don't like the way his suit looks in this. Like that fabric-y.
I'm telling you, man, like I feel
It
like
just
they
looks
just
so much better in the
decided
movie.
to do like the cheap shit.
I think maybe they thought they were going to change it later, so they were just kind of like whatever about it.
And then they just never got to it.
And they just never got to it.
Maybe. Maybe they thought they could make it
I
look
just,
better with CG. Maybe it was bad and they thought they tried to make it look better with CG and they just end up actually making it
like,
look a little bit better with CG.
I just feel like his suit kind of looks like I know Chadwick Boseman is fucking ripped. Like, I know he's got fucking muscles, you know?
Yeah.
But, like, his suit kind of just makes it look like they're painted on. You know, like a Halloween costume has that, like,
Yeah, yeah.
the
Yeah,
shadow.
no,
You get what I'm saying.
totally feeling you, yeah.
Just in
Yeah,
this
it
one
has, yeah, just like the little
specifically, not in
definitions
Black
and
Panther.
stuff.
Black Panther, his suit looks
Yeah.
way better in the movie itself. Like,
Oh, is that like 3 red wings? Get them red. Again, man, I always hate this fucking part. You see how many of them there are on the outside of that. You wasted that bomb. Like, why are you guys acting like you don't have long-range weapons? That's the only thing I'm saying. Like, you guys, like, legit had, like, guns. And crazy-ass phaser guns.
what does Black Panther's costume look like in Civil War? Is it different than in this?
Yeah, it's because at this point, it's the nanos. And in Civil War, he probably had closer to like Captain America.
I mean, perhaps the nanotech goes over. I guess he's got the nanotech on still. Like it goes over the fucking cloth, maybe. Do you think that's it? Like, you know, like if they close up, they never really like. They don't stop for long enough for you to be able to be like, is it still cloth or did the nanotech go over that and make that armor?
Fuck, I love this. Sorry, I love like his angled shields that he just uses to like just dig and stab. They're like shovels. Deadly ass shield. And I do dig how Panther's costume becomes so charged with all that kinetic energy that he like is glowing purple. Not gonna lie though, again, I wish they went with Killmonger's suit choice. He had like the massive ass teeth and it was like orange and stuff. Favorite. I don't want you to get me wrong either, because like I do really like the Black Panther movie. It is really cool. There's a lot of cool stuff. There's just a lot of like subtle disappointments for me.
If this had killed Thor, who would have taken fucking Stormbreaker?
Cap, he can wield it.
That's true.
I haven't really seen anybody else like handle it.
Speaking of handles, and
Oh,
speaking of handling things,
I guess yeah, Groot could have done it.
well, no, I just...
That'd be. Oh my God, how funny would that be?
How they not have the
be
handle
like
just sitting right there, ready for this, knowing that they were gonna have to almost kill Thor for this to work?
Yeah, actually, yes, good point. But really, really funny. Just imagining, like this Groot, you know, this teenage Groot walking around with a lumberjack's weapon. Are you a hero? It's like, no, I'm a murderer. Chopped down so many trees. Bucky, no! Oh no, Rhodey.
Sometimes I forget that Bucky is a super soldier.
Oh, that he's got the same, like, Captain America strength?
Yeah, they don't really do a lot with, like,
They don't.
with that, you know? I mean, he's not really in... Like, Civil War he's in, and they do more with it in Civil War, I guess, but, like, they don't do a lot with it in this. He survives, that's what's important, I guess.
Right. I love how much a power player Thor is. That, like, stops the fight.
Right? Everyone's like, what the hell is
up
this?
and he's so destructive. It's fucking everything. And I guess what, bitch? I can do that over and over and over and over and over again. You know, like fucking Hulk was like, you guys are so screwed. Fucking like, your fucking minions mean nothing. Dude, just like that scene in Ragnarok when he's got his hammer, the opening scene with Surtur, and he's just like smashing all those minions that Surtur's got, and then he ends up fighting Surtur, and you're like, damn, bro, like the guy.
Or he fights Surtur,
he's a
and then he
hammer.
fucking fights the minions, and then he fights a dragon.
Yeah, that dragon thing. That
He
was
has, like, no
honestly,
trouble with Surtur either. Like,
oh yeah, right. That was honestly my favorite thing about probably Thor, just ever, is when he used the hammer to pin down the dragon by the jaw.
yes.
Like, that's brilliance. That's fucking brilliance. I'd probably get so dark with that idea, though. I was Thor.
Okay.
And I'd try to, like, throw the hammer into its mouth. Hour? I'm sorry, you don't look like you have many friends.
need to stay hidden.
Magic with a kick.
It's almost a little too on the nose for him to call him an insect.
Huh?
Well, Thanos doesn't know he's Spider-Man. So to call him an insect was a bit like on the nose. It's almost like the writers were like, we need to make a joke right here. We want to make a joke about calling him, like him being so big and Spider-Man being like an insect. I feel like that's a bit much. I don't hate it though. Like how fucking, I love that delivery. When he puts him down, he's just like an insect. Fucking chokes him. Spider-Man's like so small compared to Thanos. Yeah, dude, what is that thing? Because whatever that is fucking powerful enough to hold Thanos down. What?
Yes, you're scared! It's burning! Don't help me! This easily. Give up already.
He threw a moon at this dude. Holy shit. Okay, so right there it looked like his suit was armor, not just the fabric. No. You're gonna be okay, you're fine. Where's your baby? Where's your toy?
Let's make this quick.
Hello. I'm back. Can you hear me?
There's a shot where like fucking Thanos knocks the fucking mask, like just like breaks the mask off his face. And
Oh,
then is
dude, yeah, no,
about to come
he's
down
great.
with the fist. There's
Mhm.
two or three times during the fight where he does it, but like the first time when you finally see Tony's face and you see Thanos' hand coming down, Tony looks so fucking scared, dude.
So
He just
scared.
has a
Yeah,
moment of
no,
like, holy shit, dude, that guy just. And like he
no.
still bounces back though, like he still fucking bounces back from that, but
He
like,
keeps fighting for sure.
yeah, you know. Well, it's after that I think that he does the drop of blood. He gets the fucking. He actually cuts him.
Yeah, yeah, it might be.
It's insane. He's the only one
That actually does that to him.
that actually in this movie. He's the only one who really gets actually makes him fucking bleed. In fact, does anybody else make him bleed? I don't think other people hurt him. And like
Oh,
maybe other people make him bleed, but they don't make a point of telling you, I guess.
Well, they make him real, but they don't make him mark. You know what I mean? They make him like, whoa. I'll take a spin.
Was it safe to assume that like Thanos' skin is like fucking hard as shit? This right here, I love the way he looks right there when he looks down. He has just one moment where he looks.
Can you pause for a second and I can catch up with you? Because my whole internet went down.
Oh, okay, shit, okay.
Yeah, no, like I was like watching along. I was like, oh damn, my PlayStation died. And then, sure shit, my Xbox caught up. So where are you?
$202.30.
All right, count it.
3, 2, 1. Did it not work?
It just usually will play, but this time it gave me the buffering symbol before it did, so I'm probably like just half step behind you.
Hold on, I'm gonna go to 40.
Well, it doesn't matter. Did you already pause it, change it?
Yeah, it's okay. We're fine.
Okay.
So like
So
he's
wait,
giving
what?
him the stone right now.
Yeah.
But look at the look on Thanos' face. There's a shot here. It's like a wider shot. It's not necessarily a close-up. Right here. When he looks down at fucking Tony. Right before he puts that shit in. He doesn't look... In my mind, that's the most real he looks in this whole movie. Like, he might as well just be a fucking person right there. I can't even... I can't get over how good Thanos looks to me in this. Like, not everything's perfect, but like so much of it is done really well. I saw this movie with Max, and when fucking Thanos breaks the sword off and stabs Tony, Max literally squealed. Like, we're in the fucking dead silent theater because everyone's like, oh shit, and Max is like, ah! Pretty funny. Do you think you think they'll ever do another Endgame level movie?
Another endgame level?
Yeah.
Of course.
Do you think we'll be around to see that? Do you think we're gonna live long enough? I hope it's not like longer than this. Like, 'cause I could, man, there'd be so many fucking another 10 years. Though I never thought 10 years ago that this is where no one thought 10 years ago this is where it was going, you know. Well, I mean, actually 11 years when I think about it. It was
Right.
11
No, it's
years.
very ambitious.
11
Very
years
ambitious
by the time you get to Endgame. But it's obvious they didn't know going into it that they were like, here's an idea that we have, and we're gonna do what we can. If we can do it, great. If we get like fucking 8 movies into it and people are like, this sucks, well, we tried, you know.
Yeah, at least we tried.
And like, it probably wasn't until Avengers, because actually, as I recall, and I could be wrong about this, but like the Thanos thing, like Thanos appearing in the end credits of Avengers, I don't think that was initially planned. I think that was, no, I don't want to say a late addition, but not part of the initial pitch of we're going to do Avengers. I think it was like they started seeing the other movies, they started seeing they were successful. Leave it. And then they just went, yeah, we can do it. Avengers is probably going to be successful too. And if Avengers is successful, it's better to plant this seed now. So we can say at the beginning, we thought this is the idea we had, you know.
That makes sense. Well, yeah, they didn't really
Because, I mean, what? It doesn't make a difference. If they put Thanos at the end of it and Avengers bombed, then it doesn't make a difference. Like, who cares? Whatever. I don't know what. At this point, though, it's like we said, they could make 5 bad movies and people would still have faith. They've given us 20, 22, 23 Marvel movies in a row that were like, you know, all good.
All good.
All good. Like, I don't care what people say. Like, some of them, like, whatever. It's like, yeah, some of them are going to be better than others. That's not, but they're all good. There's not a single, like, bad film in any of them. I guess this kind of goes back to, like, the DC Marvel comparison. In terms of comics, like, I don't know. Like, I'm always going to be a Marvel person. I like DC, though. Like, I love Batman. I love Superman. Like, I like those characters a lot. I really love, like, the villains. I think they have great characterization. Like, I love DC characters, but, like, Marvel has just always been... I've been more connected to that, I feel. For whatever reason, you know? But, like I was saying, going back to the DC Marvel thing, when you consider the films, I mean, really, I think Marvel's doing it a little better. Like, DC has definitely put out some good movies. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not even saying every movie has to be... Like, I'm not even one of those people who's like, the whole thing has to be one giant continuity. Everything has to fit. Like, everything has to be connected. Like, I don't care. I don't care. Like, just make a good movie. You know, that's all I want. It doesn't matter to me with regards to DC stuff. Sure, it would be cool. But honestly, it's a little constricting. Because you can do... I feel like you can do a lot more things with Batman and Superman than you could with Captain America or Spider-Man. You know?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
So, in that regard, like, you could make, like, the hard R fucking Batman movie. Where he's fucking cracking skulls.
Yeah, that'd be dope.
You know. But you couldn't do a hard R fucking Spider-Man movie. Like, that just isn't... That ain't happening. Ever. Well, I don't want to say ever. Because 20 years ago, there's no way. If you said... If you told me that they were gonna make a film series of the Avengers and the Avengers wouldn't just be one movie, wouldn't just be two, because even back then they weren't really doing trilogies. Like, a series had to be really popular for them to do three.
That's true.
So like, when you think about 20 years ago, like, we were lucky if we got one good superhero. If we got one good Spider-Man movie, we were like, oh shit. And it didn't even have to be exactly like the comics. Like, now there's like standards. Now it's like you really do have to make it as close to the comics as possible. It can't be unrecognizable. Like, don't just put the name, don't just put Batman as the title of a movie starring some other dude in like a blue costume that looks like a fucking, I don't know, you know what I'm saying. I'm just...
No, absolutely. Well, no, it's just like fucking... That's the reason that I hate, like, a lot of the Disney live-action remakes is because they're basing themselves off of the popularity of, like, a name before them. And they're not doing that name justice. So, like, for Marvel to try to be, like, so accurate and to do, like, the audience, like, such justice, that means that you don't have the internet trolls saying that this movie sucks for this reason, this reason, this reason. You only have, like, good press, good word of mouth, and everybody's like, okay, yeah, let's go see it, you know, this. They say it's good for this. By actually respecting the project that you're undertaking, you're giving yourself better press when people hear about it and talk about it. Does that make sense?
Yeah, no, totally. I agree. I mean, they did a great job with the story for the characters and not changing the characters. Like, they're different. Like, their origins are different. Some of them are modernized. Like, but it doesn't ruin, it doesn't change the character. It doesn't take away. Like, Spider-Man's still Spider-Man to me. I still see him as Spider-Man in these movies. I'm not like, that's just some dude who's saying he's Spider-Man, but he ain't. I don't know. I'm trying to think of other movies where that's happened. There's a lot of that happening in the X-Men movies. But that's, you know...
Yeah, a lot of that in the X-Men movies. I agree with you there.
That's why it's so exciting, though, now that they have... Like I said, if you said 20 years ago they were going to make a solid 22, 23 film, like, as of now, you know, fucking franchise, that they were going to be able to do the entire Infinity Saga, you know, to the best of their ability. It's not the comic at all, really. Like, it's got some similar beats, but it's not really the story. It's not how it happens in the comics, you know. But still, not so different. Like, for what it was great. It was amazing, you know. It was fucking more than we could ever hope for. And honestly, I don't think if they had done the comic fucking version of it, it would have been all that great. Like, I think the comic version is good for what it is as the comic. And it's just fine to just take a few of the, like, elements and beats of the story and fucking, you know, put it all together and make a live-action film out of this franchise that you only... Because they're not putting in... They're doing a really good job of That's what Marvel does. It does a really good job of introducing characters. Like, they'll put a character in a movie and you feel like they get the amount of screen time they need for you to understand who they are. Like, Black Panther, I got that. Like, in Civil War, I was like, yeah, I understand this character now. Like, I understand his motivations in that movie. I get Spider-Man. just from one scene from Tony Stark.
Oh yeah, no. I'm sorry, my mic was muted for a second because I was eating, but I was totally agreeing. Like, they're using the comic book approach of like it wasn't the first fucking issue of Black Panther, but his first appearance was in Captain America: Civil War. You know, and it's cool how they can just like sneak that shit in there.
It is,
Or not
dude,
Civil War, sorry. Oh yeah, it was Civil War.
yeah, it was Civil War. Yeah. No, dude, it's fucking, it's badass. I think they did a great job. I mean, for what they have, and honestly, like, I can't wait. Like, I can't wait for the movie where there's like 100 characters on the screen and we're all just like, holy shit. Or maybe the X-Men movie where there's like 50 characters on one side and 50 characters on the other, and they're doing that charge towards each other while the X-Men theme song is playing. You know, the you know, and then they fucking all fucking connect, and it's just like, it's like, you know, every battle in Lord of the Rings, but with the X-Men.
Yeah, right. Just huge ass fucking X-Men fight.
I mean, I'm curious about what they're gonna do. I don't, here's the thing, what I would like them never to do is reset the continuity. At least don't do that for like 10 phases. You know what I'm saying?
What do you
'cause
mean? What, sorry.
I said the one thing I do not want them to do ever is well, I'm not gonna say ever because I just said 10 phases, but the one thing I don't want them to do is reset the continuity. Like, I want the story to just keep going for a long time. There's more than enough characters. Not every movie has to have Iron Man and Captain America in it. I love them. I love what they've done. I would be happy to have them back. Like, if they were like, hey, we changed our mind. We're doing fucking
Yeah, right.
Avengers
Let's pop
5
in.
or... You know what I'm saying.
Absolutely.
But I'm also just as happy to be like, wow, they took a bow, they left, they're good. They gave us 11 years.
Well, I mean, the thing is, too, like, what kind of sucks
You gotta
is, like,
start
they can't
Endgame
do
right
anything
away.
else, really, when they're in fucking...
Don't even watch the credits to Infinity War.
Yeah.
Alright, hold on a second. Yeah.